to the next dimension.
Hey guys, this is undercoverdudes all the way from Down Under, and today I have the first impressions of a new free-to-play MOBA called Strife. Now this game, Strife, is made by S2 Games and is pioneered as the second generation of free-to-play MOBAs. And today we're going to see just how well this game is in comparison to games like League of Legends and Dota. I'm going to make a lot of references to these games because S2 Games have gone and learnt from these really high-profile MOBAs and took the best parts of them to incorporate into their own new MOBA, which I have to say is a really, really good idea. Learn from the people that do it best and then make something that's better. Well, let's see if it is better. Today I'm playing an ADC called Hook. He just does a lot of high damage auto attacks, and he can come in and just wreck shit up with his W, which is pretty awesome. I'll go and show. You hold it down, you become invulnerable for just a little bit of a short amount of time, 1.5 seconds. You can mitigate a lot of attack damage, a lot of ability, a lot of damage just in general. Anybody's gonna chuck their ult on you, boom, just W and everything's okay. I am playing a bot game because I just want to go and show lots of different elements of the game, all the different objectives and all that. And hopefully that will give you guys a better idea of what this game truly is. In the norm, it hasn't been the nicest experience. One game had some really nice people, the other game I had a team just flaming on me. So it really does depend on who you get. And that's one thing Strife is always said from the get-go. A lot of interviews have been saying, we really just want to go and reduce the trolly elements, the older trolls and stuff in this game. And I have to say that's a great idea. But in practice, I'm not 100% sure if this will actually happen. So as you can see, the bots are really quite dumb, but I'm just going to go shoot a couple, talk about the mechanics, and then we'll go through and have a bit of fun. One thing I'd like to say straight up is the gold system in terms of last enemy is very different to what we've seen in other MOBAs. I was going to say first-person shooters for a second. What happens with most MOBAs, you're going to go and last hit minions, right? Boom, my last hit, I get my 36 gold or whatnot. Oh, I'm actually taking a lot of damage. And that's his Q, by the way, and you can go and double repel and you can go back and shit. It's pretty cool. But basically, with this MOBA, it's very different because you can actually go and share the last hit. So if one person last hits a minion, another person in that lane will get the same amount of gold, which is a really fun element, and no other games go and no other games go and use that. I'm gonna go and get myself some more power shards, and then I'll build into this demon fang. That'll be my next one. And once I get enough gold, I can show you the courier function as well. But basically, if I'm in mid lane, these guys, they'll be so one person last hits here, and then one person last hits, and then another person will get the gold as well. So that's why there isn't too much of a jungler meta in this game at the moment. It's basically 2-2-1, 2 top, 2 mid, 1 bot. And that's how it goes. The jungle creeps usually are just stood alone for quite a long time. So that's really cool, and it makes it a little bit easy if you have someone that's not as good at MOBAs. You can go and help him out a little bit, which is cool, I have to say. I might just take this guy out. Yep, okay, there we go. And now I have my ultimate. Obviously, you get your ultimate at a certain level. I'm not really sure. I'm level 6, obviously. I didn't even see the number next to my name, but like most games, you get your ult in level 6. And mine for Hook is a cross map, which is very cool. Now, in the top and right-hand corner, you saw that Baldir was defeated. Baldir is an objective similar to Dragon League of Legends, and I keep making these references back to League because they are very similar indeed. But basically, you go and get quite a lot of gold from him, a bit of experience. Overall, it's quite nice, and he respawns. One thing I'd like to point out, since I just moved past it, is these green totem thingies. These are actually wards that when you walk past, they give you vision of this area, which is very cool. I better go and chuck an ult there. Got him. There we go. That was nice. But yeah, So when you go past those wards, you go and light it up. And so whoever walks past that gets to see vision. But obviously they go and turn off after a while. Right here is the equivalent of Baron. You take this person down and you get this guy right here. This big ogre thingy, troll, whatever. And he can go and push down the lane. And goes and forces a team fight stage when you go and finish him off. Which is pretty cool. So, gets the game down pretty far, finishes the game a bit quicker, and overall, a lot of fun happens. So I'm just trying to kite this out. Kite in as an ADC, as you do. Mate, what are you doing? You went down as well. And you went down as well. Oh, well, you're gonna go? You're gonna keep staying? You're gonna keep staying? You're really gonna keep staying? That's a bad idea. Whoa! Got it. Just. What's really cool about this game is that it helps people that are not so much into MOBAs. As you can see, when you go past it, we'll go back here. That's a little circle and it tells the range of the tower. That's only seen in League when you play co-op versus AI. So it's something a little bit different. Now, one thing I was going to show you if I had a bit of health is the courier function. So I'm not going to go and buy any items right now. I'm going to go back towards my lane. Hit the shop, and I'm going to go and get one more item, the agility stone. So I'm going to click that, and do I have enough? Almost enough for the 900 gold one, so I might wait that. Oh, no, actually, I won't wait it out. But basically, as you can see right here, it says send items, and then the courier will go and give me my items. So, shows you right here, this little squirrel thingy, just running for me. It'll go and give me my items, so you don't have to actually go and retreat in order to go and get them, which is a great idea. So this bot isn't the smartest. 1, 2, 3, and dead. In this game, you don't do too much damage, but you don't have too many health points. So my character, if we could go scroll over him, has armor, 19 armor, magic speed, death, kills. He has, oh yeah, down the bottom, he has 509, at max 904 health. So not too much health. However, he doesn't do quite much damage as well. And that's kind of the whole game, basically. You don't have too much health, and you don't do too much damage. So overall, it balances out quite nicely. The art style is one thing I would really like to go and talk about as well. And it's very, very, very cool. It's something that we haven't seen in a MOBA. This super, super animated style. League is known as the most, childish, per se, in terms of graphics. And then you have games like Heroes and New F that look really nice. Dota looks absolutely awesome. It's my favorite looking MOBA. And this game does something different, and that's really cool. So, we've seen lots of different elements from different games put together. But the question is, does this game do anything relatively different? And to be absolutely perfectly honest, the answer's a no. I don't think it really brings anything relatively new to the genre. It doesn't make the game a whole lot better. It doesn't make the genre a whole lot better. It just goes and improves on all these kind of spectators talking is putting me off, but it goes and improves on the previous formula let out by previous generations. So it's the second generation of MOBAs, and it is quite a fun game. 1 second left, boom boom, you spawn in, and there you go. This here is the, not really sure what it's called, I forgot the name of it, but it's just the central thingy, you destroy that, you win the game. Here's your little generator, here's your tower, 1 tower, and yeah, there was, one tower. I think there was a second one, but I think they got rid of it. Lots of chaotic stuff happening here. Let's get straight into the fray. Try to get a bit greedy with kills here. Activate my E. I have redone my keybinds, by the way. You haven't noticed. I've got it on WA as a D. And that's just a habit for me with MOBA games. I like having it the same as my first-person shooters. So obviously my A would be my Q, and so on and so on. I'm gonna follow this guy, wherever he's going, and see how they've gone and taken over it now. And then I go take it, and that's mine. So they'll give me vision until someone comes across it. So let's ult in. Get a lot of damage going. This guy wants to keep going. I'm actually taking a lot of minion aggro, a lot of minion aggro. Bit too much minion aggro, I believe. And so I'll also show you the recoil animation. You just get this random thingy where you go into the ground. Not really sure the idea around it, but I don't know. It's cool, I suppose. That's it. And yeah, I think there is not too much to say about this game because it's already been covered in other video games. I think that's one thing I like to say. The game idea is relatively simple. It doesn't try to differentiate itself from other MOBAs. It goes to what has already been out in the market, but it does a couple of things different, and I think that's cool. It's a game that I don't think will get immense popularity. People will still stick with games like League because they are just so superior. We're seeing games like Heroes of the Storm, and that is a super simplified version of a MOBA, and not many people had hype for that. So I don't think it's realistic to go and break out into the MOBA market when you have a game, when you have such dominating MOBAs like Dota and League. But it is a fun game nevertheless. It's something that I go and play. One thing, if you guys didn't know, is that this game actually has relatively good servers. It has a Southeast Asia one, so I'm running about maybe 100 ping. It has North American ones, it has European ones. But overall, it's a decent game. And let's just see how it goes. It's in closed beta. When it goes in open beta, you guys can go and try it out if you don't get a beta key, which I said I'll link in the description below. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all the way from Down Under, out.